hear me. You forgot to do the other one with the whimsical music.
I'm hearing whimsical music.
This is spicy music. We need whimsical music.
I mean, if you listen to Mana, it's pretty whimsical.
I don't have a black shirt.
That's not Mana, that's Juanes.
Oh, whatever.
Good evening.
Wow, there's just no more. God, we got to work on your presentación. Why did I say it in like Italian? That was weird.
You're learning. We got to work on your Spanish. So
I guess my Italian is Spanish. Oh my God. See what happens when I'm on this side and I'm on the show?
Yeah.
Usually
welcome back.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I mean, no,
I'm always here. I'm always here. Well, you guys keep making shows without me. Like, let's talk about movies. I'm like, I hate movies. Let's talk about sports. And I don't want to talk about sports right now. So,
on that note, I'm JJ.
Who the fuck are you? Nobody knows who you are.
My name's Marco. I'll be hosting today's
episode. Couldn't have done that before.
I am the.
Nah.
Okay, everyone's just chaos. I'm just making as much chaos as you can just to see if you can get us under control.
Spooky Mexican music. Oh, we don't have that.
Oh, I thought that was the username.
No. Key just was like straight up spooky Mexican music. Lol.
What would
No. There's literally a sound that you can hear. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't play it that often. But there's like an accordion dragging sound that you hear in like spooky corridos and stuff like that.
Spooky corrido is my favorite term ever. It just sounds like a manifestation of all the things I love, which is
good day, fellow human.
No,
fuck
thanks.
you. All right, that's not real.
Is it a spam?
Yeah.
What are they saying? Are they selling wares?
Haven't changed your password. Something.
Oh yeah, it's Twitch telling us that they got hacked. I did all that stuff. We're fine.
Yeah, I know. Poor Hassan. No, never mind.
Oh,
we're not here to talk about that.
He's making $1 million. Oh, so sad for him. Shit.
I demand a recount. My boy Moist is not even in the top 20. It's a travesty. It's travesty, I say.
It's fine.
So be sure to subscribe to Moist after this podcast.
And you know what? Go find us. We're in the midst of all the awful low-earning Twitch streamers, so you could fix that. You could put us in the top. I'll take
money
top.
off this.
That's right. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, I want to be in the top 100,000. That'd be dope.
Damn, there's that many. Well, yeah, everyone bought streaming equipment during COVID. How many quit by now?
I did.
Yeah, he did like one game stream and he was like, I'm done.
In my defense, I moved and I had someone move in.
That's true. It is hard to get on with that.
In a 1-bedroom apartment, yeah, it was rough.
Oh yeah.
Play 2-player games.
Is he entertaining at all?
I don't know if he would want to be on camera. I mean, he's probably in the chat, but I don't know if he'd want to.
He can be a VTuber.
Oh yeah, that equipment is expensive.
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, I thought about it and I'm like, oh shit, that's like a $3,200 rig. Fuck that.
No, fuck that.
I'd rather just buy a VR headset and pretend I'm a VTuber.
Yeah. I would do everything in VR chat. I would do the show as the avatar in VR chat.
Have someone design Conan's like late night set and then just be Conan.
That sounds like the proper workaround, right? Right? Just record like a whole in-studio broadcast of VR chat and have the POV be just one of your other character friends just going. I think I just invented something. We'll work on that, but
well, for now, we're going to work on this podcast by introducing ourselves. My name is Marco. I'll be hosting this one because I'm more of the spooky. I think I'm the spookiest person on the podcast, probably.
You are probably our spooky liaison.
I am the spooky liaison. And we're here on this Mexican Culture podcast today to just talk about a few Mexican monsters, urban legends, things of that nature.
Spooky, perhaps. Spooky. You have to say it with Spanish. That's a show, but they stole the idea from me. I had the Fantabulous Spooky Mexcellence Holiday Special in 2014, so they can fuck right off.
Also with me today, across from me, being loud and boisterous, we have
JJ.
I didn't say anything.
JJ. Sammy Gonzalez. You know who the fuck I am.
He's the guy that runs the place. But yeah, we'll get down to.
I can talk over people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can talk over people whenever I want. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not Brian Salisbury. I will throw things at you.
It's fine. Nothing in here is hard enough to hurt me. Oh, the fucking tortilla candle! You leave that tortilla candle in the depths where it belongs. And there's also a little mini laptop there that might have been frisbeed at me at a nice velocity. But
That's what I was actually grabbing.
fair enough.
That being said, I mean, I thought I would at
He
least.
needs to be introduced too.
JJ's been introduced 5 times at this
Yeah, I
point.
said I was JJ
Okay.
before everyone else did.
Well, I forgot who you are, so I just needed a
My
reminder.
beer has skulls on it.
He does. I like how every branding now is just like sugar skulls everywhere, and it's just the accepted thing now.
I like skulls.
Yes, and like you even have skull water.
Yes.
So
This,
I mean-
this was a plan. I purposely bought the black can so I wouldn't mix them up.
I mean, it's pretty hard not to do anything with skulls. Like all wrestling T-shirts.
no, but like
have
the
skulls.
whole sugar
No,
skull.
no, I understand sugar skulls are way a cooler variety of it, but everybody's doing things with skulls these days. Whether it's skateboarding, rap, like metal. I think metal did it first, but yeah.
Are you wearing a skull on your shirt?
No, it's
You can find
Some
things
metal
without.
Oh no,
skulls.
but I'm wearing a skull. You're wearing a skull. My laptop's wearing a skull. Your beer is wearing a skull. I think we're just missing your shirt.
It's got the skull of a dead animal
There you go. That works.
somewhere.
50-50. All right, get control of this, Kimusabi.
All right, no, it's going fine.
I don't
we
think
go
so.
late. It's you editing it, but no.
I'm gonna sock you in the throat. I swear to God. Switch. Keep your hand on the switch, or you're over here like, oh, I love podcasts. Do it.
It's right there.
I've been talking for 45 minutes, and you're like, I'm just gonna have it on me. That's what makes it harder to edit when you don't switch back and forth at a regular pace.
I'm keeping you on your
Switch.
toes.
No, I can't do anything when there's no footage of me.
Is there?
No.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, whatever.
All right, cool.
All right,
You
let's
good.
go. I'm trying to introduce
Can't you
the
use
first thing.
The face swap app to just put like your face over.
That would look stupid because I would have hair.
JJ's a
Sorry,
little
do
far
we
from
have
the
a
mic.
serious podcast here.
This is so serious. Jay's a little far from the mic.
Yeah, this
Is
can't pick up. I'm
Just
gonna have to
just
either
take it out
hold
the yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been
Or
had
you
to
can
do.
flip it.
Flip it.
Yeah, you can flip it around and then you can use the tube to slide it towards your face. Too much technology.
While they're fixing everything, I'm going to start.
Yo.
I think it's actually when it comes to a lot of these poltergeists and fears and things like that, it's actually better to work backwards. Like if we start now, it's less scary than the stories my grandpa has are obviously the most terrifying things that I've ever heard of when it comes to demons and things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a
'cause,
couple.
I mean, in their day, they were real.
Yeah. Like, I think the more technology happens, the less ghosts are like, I'm going to show myself. I wonder if there's like a contract with like the underworld where if you're like recorded or seen, then you get sent to like purgatory or super hell. I don't know.
So I actually had that kind of explained today through me on TikTok. I've been on paranormal TikTok a lot.
You have been, and your stories have been terrifying. I hate spooky shit, by the way. like I like whimsical spooky shit like spiders and cobwebs, but then like demons crawling under your teeth, like I don't like that. So
I did not show a video of demons crawling under their teeth. It was demons crawling under the bed. Just
right,
for-
and then a priest like, I've totally heard of things like that happening for real, and it's like, priest, you're not supposed to believe in these things. You're supposed to believe in Jesus.
He does. That's how he fights them.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah,
wait, he's
Jesus,
fighting Jesus or the demons?
Both.
Okay.
Jesus had to.
Jesus
ascend
is
from
in his
somewhere.
corner. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Jesus was like a Pokemon. Go, Jesus, fight the demons.
Nah, it's
Instead
like a tag match.
Oh, gotcha.
But in the paranormal TikTok, they were talking about that it's really hard to photograph a lot of these things because they're from the fifth dimension and stuff like that.
Like Mr. Mixelpluck?
Yes, exactly. I'm not saying it's true. The best way that I've ever heard that I've actually ever heard it said. So going back to start us on the track of the paranormal. When I was a kid, my grandma and grandpa used to watch Primer Impacto every
Right.
night. At a certain point in the 90s, before 9/11 and terrorism and cartel violence, what they played a lot of was really scary, realistic alien footage. I mean, it probably would look fake as fuck now. With
Right. It's just like putty patrollers cut into other footage. So look at these spooky aliens.
It's Rita. It's Rita Repulsa destroying Tokyo.
It's so spooky.
But when I was 8, it seemed really real. I mean, I'm watching it with my grandma and grandpa. Like, they're the ultimate authorities of life at that point.
Right.
Right.
And I remember one of the things they had is they had a priest come in. And the priest, it was like the priest that you saw in that video, that he literally believed in all these things, said he's seen all these things. He's like, no matter what you think of, sea monsters, Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, they're all real. But the reason you'll never find a body of it is they go in and out of our dimension. They're all angels and demons and things like that.
I think that's dumb. Because Loch Ness
He's a
Monster...
Mexican Catholic priest.
Well, that's just how you... That's what... Like, so faith is funny because you can't prove it. That's the whole point. Like, that's the whole point of faith. Like, it's not to say, like, oh, that means Catholicism's not fake. It's like, no, it's based on the idea of faith. And so being able to be like, ghosts are plausible, that's totally within the realm of the Catholic Church, or spirits or things like that. Holy Spirit. Because there could be holy spirits and regular spirits. But, like, the Loch Ness Monster, he's not a... He was... One, that's a fraud. Two, Bigfoot... That one confuses me to this day, other than it being a guy in a suit. But like spooky shadow monsters, a lot of time, or like, was it EFPs, electronic something?
Voice phenomena.
EVPs. Like those kind of things. It's just like, oh, that's just technology breaking. But then some people are like, ooh, it's so fake. And so I'm not real into it. But going back to your point of like grandparents, like real stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff freaks me out. We'll get to my grandma's haunted house in a little bit, but we'll lead up to that. Because you want to go from just kind of the basic stuff to the real stuff, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm actually just working backwards because I was going to start, which Memetic Macto is actually a great way to segue into it, which was the Chupacabra craze of the 90s.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Yeah, no.
That legitimately freaked me out, like when I was, like 10, 11, whenever it happened.
Right.
Yeah, we were in 5th grade for sure.
Yeah.
I was a little bit younger than that, so it was just like, what? Fucking goat sucker, what is this? Right? And so, and then it was like, oh, it's just a mangy dog. Like, that's all it was. But
it was not a dog throughout my entire childhood. I feel like at some point it got retconned to that dog.
well, that was the thing, was that they were saying that, what was the real reason that they gave it was they ended up finding like a mangy dog that was like what the Chupacabra was, right? That's the body. When people would find like the fake bodies, I remember there was like one local news report where it was like, we found the body of the Chupacabra, and it was just that dog, and that was the end of it. But then there was a reason for like the 3 holes in the neck. I think it was like owls or some shit. I forgot what it was, but there was like another animal that was totally plausible for them to like poke 3 holes in, and then they just evaporated. It didn't suck the blood; they just died.
See,
like, whatever.
See, I remember Chupacabra starting out as this.
Right,
Yeah.
lizard guy, right? Like half dinosaur, half lizard, and with like red eyes, right?
Yes. And then at some point it became kind of like that, and I was like, I wouldn't have been scared of that if I was 10.
That one doesn't look scary.
Right.
Lizard
Yeah.
man.
Show the alien, lizard man. Google classic Chupacabra.
I'm still kind of scared of that because I've been playing Zelda and fuck those lizard guys.
Oh shit. No, man, that's the thing. Like, for like normal folklore, for like modern folklore, a blood-sucking lizard guy that's like this tall, it's not as extravagant as a Bigfoot, so, or like a Yeti or something. So that seems much more plausible to be like hidden in the shadows or in bushes or on farms. Because like, oh, it's just a sheep. Oh my god, it's sucking it live and it scurries off. So that element of
lizards are
realism.
fast.
Right. The element of realism and being able to just kind of hide in the shadows, that's fucking terrifying. Like, real terrifying.
Well, I remember like Primer Impacto had like fake. Well, I don't know if they were fake because they probably believed it, but it
Right.
was like, because originally it was like it came from Puerto Rico.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it came from Puerto Rico, and then it's like we're following the trail of goat bodies.
Is that
all
where
the
that
way-
came from? Was from the show? Because yeah, it was in Puerto Rico, and then it just made like its tour, where
Yeah.
it just kept popping up everywhere across the country, and
Yes.
nobody could stop it. And it was like hundreds and thousands of miles apart from each other. It's like, here in Texas, here's my 3 chickens that got no blood in them anymore.
It reminds me of a Stephen King movie, but I don't remember the title of it. But it was an investigative reporter is basically hunting down a vampire, and then in the end he finds like the actual vampire. Like the
The
premise.
Langoliers.
It's not the Langoliers. In
He's written a lot
the
of fucking
investigative
books.
reporter, it's kind of like Nightcrawler, where he's like he goes way too far. He's trying to track down a serial killer, and then he tracks him down, and it turns out it's an actual factual blood-sucking vampire. And then stuff happens. Then the
Vampire
Stephen
stuff.
King twist happens.
Oh, well, I don't read books,
But
so
yeah,
I'll never
there
know.
is
Was it a
a-
movie of it?
There was a movie of
Okay.
it. I just don't remember the title. It's one of those like obscure Stephen King movies.
Right. But yeah, man. And then there's like Chupacabra movies you can find. They're not that good.
There's never been a good one made. I think like the best one has probably been made like by Blumhouse.
You know what? Blumhouse made one?
I'm just saying if it's
It would
a
be like
sci-fi.
a Blumhouse level production.
Yeah, no, but I think we're due for a Chupacabra resurgence. I think so.
I think we have. I think we're gonna be scared of ghosts for a while. Like that Annabelle craze is gonna keep going, and
maybe, but I don't know. I think we need some.
WWE is already adapting it.
What the Annabelle thing or the I was gonna say
Annabelle
chorizo.
thing, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say the chorizo. What the fuck is the I got the Chupacabra mixed up with chorizo. No, the Annabelle's gonna be in the WWE.
She
Is what
already
you're telling me?
What?
oh, that's right. Yeah, she kind of has been.
Like the actual doll.
No, like an Annabelle demon story has been going on, but I think it's over now.
Well, yeah, she's injured or just taking time off or something.
She's getting married. Like the actual wrestler's getting married.
Well, I'm saying that we can go from ghosts to real lizard people, and I want all the TikTok teens out there to start making fake Chupacabra videos, so that way it can take off forever, and it'll live in this modern era to scare children anew. Children need to be scared nowadays. They need more frightful things, and I think a eye-level lizard person animal thing.
That was the other thing. Man Impacto kept changing. Like, oh no, one that was 5 feet was seen here today.
Fuck that. A 5-foot chupacabra? No. I'm 6'4". I wouldn't want to fight a 5-foot chupacabra.
That's
a 3-foot? Maybe. Maybe.
That's kind of another thing with Mexican folklore, which we can transition now.
Yes.
To another one. They tend to evolve.
Or have no real core. Like they don't like. Well, I think the one you're talking about. Mind if I interlude?
Go.
The Boogeyman.
No, that's not the one I was gonna.
Which one were you gonna go with?
The Lechuza.
Oh,
the Lechuza evolves.
Yes.
It doesn't stay as an owl.
That's even more terrifying. I thought it was just an owl person. Like I said, I didn't know that one.
No.
Well, so like I said before in the pre-show, you guys didn't see it because you weren't there. I only knew about the Lechuza because our friend Ray got haunted by it one time, and he had to like strip naked and run into the bushes. And so that's the only legend I've heard of the Lechuza. It didn't make it to me in Fresno somehow.
I'm gonna find out where Ray is playing this week because I know it's in Austin, and I'm gonna put an owl outside the window.
Just get one of them like scary owls from Walmart. The ones that are supposed to scare away like the other.
Oh, the ones with like the ballpoint, the rotating bobblehead. And so I had no idea. So I looked up what it was because I had to edit that video for Double Toasted when he told that story, and it was just an owl person, like a bat owl, like like a giant owl person with the face and the rotating and the eyes was the big thing. I thought that's all it was.
No. It shapeshifts.
Fuck.
And it evolves. So the Lechuza, when it's a baby youngling Lechuza, can only whistle.
Okay.
So it'll whistle to try to lure you in.
Right.
And that was terrifying for me as a child because me and my brother both have really common names.
Oh shit.
So instead of my mom like yelling out our names whenever we were in a crowded space, she would whistle to us.
Oh fuck that, dude.
So yeah, baby Lechuza getting me was a real threat.
Threat level 5 of baby Lechuza attacking baby JJ.
Yeah, then once they eat enough kids or, however they digivolve, they eventually are mimicky enough to be able to copy voices and speak.
Okay, that gives me the heebie-jeebies. What? Oh, there was a show I was watching where like the monster was able to mimic voices, and I was just like, fuck this. It was like a blob monster where it was like simulating like the cries of their loved ones. I forgot what it was. There was a show or an anime or something. Freaked me the fuck out. And so the Lechuza being able to not only whistle like a Mexican dad, that right? I can't even do it. I'm not a Mexican dad yet. So can you do it? You're a Mexican dad.
No, but it's not. It just is a normal whistle. Like it doesn't matter.
It's in the back of the throat.
No. I'm talking about the Lechuza. Like any whistle, you're not supposed to whistle at night, and that's not just true for Lechuzas. That's true for the other, at least another Mexican monster that I'm gonna talk about in a little bit.
Oh shit! I've been whistling all night, every night. I thought that was the thing to do.
No. And even beyond Mexican folklore, you're not supposed to whistle in like Navajo folklore because then you'll attract a Wendigo. If you whistle even in European folklore, well, that one you're allowed to whistle, but you're not allowed to whistle like when you're passing a grave or when you're passing like a cemetery, because then you're inviting the spirit to come with you.
I should be doing that more. Why don't the Zach Baggins and the guys who do like the horror shows do that like all the time? That would be like the best way to attract all these monsters and ghoulies and goblins, right?
Well, they do other things to attract them.
No, they got their EKG machine. Is it EKG?
PKE,
whatever. They got the EKG machine doing tests on the ghosts. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's what I'd be doing. I'd just be like, and then have like the fucking Wendigo come after me. That sounds like a good time.
You and I have been watching different documentaries about the Wendigo.
Dude, if you're gonna die, I mean, I'd be 85 years
Succubus.
old.
Succubus is how I want to go. If I'm taken out by a supernatural creature, succubus. All the way.
I don't know, man. I might let the Do I get Chupacabra powers? Is it like a vampire thing? If the Chupacabra
No, that
sucks
one
my
just
blood?
kills you.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be 89 and I'll whistle and hope the Chupacabra comes and sucks my blood. And I'll live on through the Chupacabra. Chupacabra? Jesus.
But that's true if you get eaten by a bear. Like,
that works too?
okay.
Hey, I'll
Bear.
I'll go back to nature. It's fine. By being
Well, we all
concerned.
go back to nature. You don't have a choice.
I don't want to be in a box. I'd rather be in like the poop of a bear or something, or just,
throw me in the
or
trash.
a Lechuza, or whatever. So anyway,
Going back to Lechuza. What I'd always heard, and then just to go on the myths of them evolving and changing, is that Lechuzas were witches
Yeah.
also.
oh, shit, what the fuck?
They can also use low-level magic. They're a good, like, witcher.
I was about to say, man, this sounds like this is like a Class B boss battle right now.
So when I was researching it, because I tried to find out why owls, but it's like trying to figure out why do vampires turn into bats? There's no.
Well, owls are
there's no
fucking
logic.
apex, dog. Owls fucking fuck everything up, dude. They're super
Yes.
violent, super territorial. Their heads on a swivel all the time. They can hear from like
They're
a
freaky
fucking
looking when
mile
they're
away.
born.
Yeah, they're freaky fucking looking, and they poop nuggets. That's weird. And then in high school, you have to pick their nuggets and find fucking skulls because they eat things whole.
Yes.
Fucking spooky, man. And you tell me a low-level witch is able to do all this shit too? Fuck that.
So all that is probably why it is. But so what I had found when I was reading about the story was that the original Lechuza was probably a curandera, or a Mexican, or good witch.
Yeah.
A person that heals
Healer,
people.
yeah.
And then she got burnt for still being a witch, or killed for being a witch. So she sold her soul to the devil to live on as the Lechuza.
But then that would make her a bad witch.
Well, if you get betrayed by the city that you've been curing, it kind of...
It's a real, like, Castlevania kind of origin story.
What is a woman? A miserable pile of secrets? That's... Why are all Mexican folklore fucking tragic as shit? At least, like, the people ones.
The history's filled with tragedy.
That's fair. It's
it-
very true.
It started with an empire that cuts off people's hearts, and then Then it did-
Before that, when it was becoming an empire, it betrayed the other empire by skinning the princess alive.
Oh.
and it never got better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've told people like
There's
like,
a line in Narcos Mexico that kind of stuck with me, and that was, this country doesn't like heroes. Because everyone that tries to be like the
guy.
the pure good like path in that show gets offed.
Right.
They don't last long.
Right.
And that's kind of true. Like,
I mean, my theory about that, I think I mentioned before, was like, so the Spanish, or rather the Mexica, the Aztec, they were fucking brutal in their own right, taking over and ripping hearts out and stuff. And then an equally or more brutal civilization came over. I struggle to call it civilization. The Spanish came and was like, all right, we're gonna fight these motherfuckers. And so it was two violent ass fucking people, one with disease and plague and steel, and the other one with fucking obsidian and rage, just clashing, killing
And
each other.
jaguars.
And then they're like, all right, we're just gonna mix now. And that's the kindest way of saying how that happened. But so yeah, Mexicans are fucking real, dog. But that would also means that our spirits and our devils and shit are too.
Just as a side note, Slayer 096. Sorry, I had to get close because my eyesight ain't
We're
great.
all elderly.
Yeah. He said that as a baby, his grandma took them to see a curandera. Doesn't even know for what. Never was
Well,
told.
you are haunted, my friend. You are
I saw
either.
curandera.
Yeah, you just got booze thrown on you,
There was more to it. I had to go on a whole fucking side quest.
which is gonna be on TikTok soon. 'Cause that's brilliant. That whole story. Go watch our old episodes where JJ got sent on a witch side.
That's
quest.
all that happens.
Yeah, they slap you with reeds. Just get back.
I also had a sheet put on me, and then tequila like sprayed on me.
And Wolfsbane was involved at one point.
I don't know what the actual herbs was, but yeah, there was a mixture of herbs that I had to gather and forage from.
It was peyote.
I learned
the
the
land.
death
It wasn't a
spell by
cactus.
reading today.
You did what?
I learned what the brujeria death spell is.
Oh,
Is that just available on Google?
It was in the New York Times article
Well, that's-
about brujeria.
That is ruthless for the New York Times to publish that. That's
Well,
like
so that you have to go to a certain valley where the devil appears.
oh well, where is that at?
Well, if you're a brujo, you know how it is, or you know how to summon them. And we
Oh,
are
they
not.
didn't explain that part in the New York Times.
No, they explained the spell part, which is you need the bone of a human, personal belonging, and a live frog and a bone. So you make a deal with the devil.
Wait, another bone or the human bone? So
a
the
human bone,
Mm-hmm.
and then a personal article,
Right.
and then that's
Frog.
A frog.
Okay.
And then what you do is that you summon the devil, or you go to where the devil appears. You offer him something that the devil wants. Maybe it's your soul, a favor, whatever it may be.
Yep. I would
And
say that's Tucson, Arizona. That's where I'd go. I think the devil would be there, honestly. Just
that's
my
where
guess.
pizza comes from.
Sure.
But if he accepts it, you sew all those things that in the frog's mouth shut, and then you sew it up, and then the person will die in 30 days.
The person that you want to curse.
Yes.
Huh. Also, when you said human bone, I thought you meant like a femur or something like that. I was like, how's that fit in a frog? You're talking about just like a bone fragment.
A bone fragment is enough to
Gotcha.
curse him.
See, I would be the over the top witch, curandera, whatever, because I'd just be getting like too much of this shit. All right, we need the eye of a newt. I brought 50. I don't know why I found all these fucking newts, but they're dead now.
it was a long walk over here, man. Lots of newts.
Lots of newts. I lucked out. I didn't know how many you need. You weren't specifying.
Well, the article that I was reading that from, the dude opens, like, takes a sheet off, and it's like bat wings, lizard tails. Like, it is what you're describing.
That's kind of neat. Like you're watching like a medieval movie, right? And they have like the witch doctor there with all the.
You ever
the,
Google vampire hunting kit?
No.
Yeah, they're dope.
Do that.
Yeah, they're super dope.
They're awesome.
Even the Etsy
I kind of
ones.
want one.
Yeah, even the Etsy ones are kind of like halfway, but even then they're kind of dope. They're all made of metal and like golden inlays and stuff like
But
that.
yeah, it's pretty much what you're describing, only exclusively for vampires.
Right.
Dude, I made this for one of my exes that was really into Buffy.
Click one of them. I want to see
Well, the ones that are the
goods.
best are at the top, obviously.
Look at that. You got a wooden mallet, got a
Steak.
crucifix, a wooden stake, some silver bullets, I'm assuming, some garlic oil, I'm assuming, some herbs.
No, those are probably like potions.
God, I want real life potions. I mean, I know it's medicine, but like,
Oh,
I
we can take you to where the curanderas are. when
no,
we go
I
to Eagle
don't. I don't
Pass.
want real like. 'Cause they would give me ones that would like curse me. Like I don't like so.
That's not what a curandera does.
No, but here's the thing: once you're in that world, you can't get out of that world. So we'll get into it more as we get closer to our family stuff, like the real stories. But like, I had an ex-girlfriend whose mom was all about that stuff and would go and visit and stuff, and she would tell me about this. And for me, it's a new subject at the time, and I'm like, wait. So you just go to this lady, you give her a couple things, or she does a smoke, and she can see the smoke and tell what the future's gonna be and whatever. Because I think that curandera had like bad shit to say about me, and I was like, because mom went to her, the mom didn't trust me or whatever, and he's like, Sam's gonna beat you. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking beat you, you lying asshole. She just wanted to confirm that the mom didn't like me, and that's because I didn't speak Spanish probably, but. Yeah, after that, she started telling me these things. I'm like, I'm never fucking with that world. That world is elsewhere for me, and so I don't want to enter that world, because once you're in that world, I don't think you escape. Like the people who don't believe in ghosts and stuff like that, like I believe in spirits maybe, but I've never seen one. That's about as far as I got. But
I don't know if it works like the movies where it's like, I finally saw one and now I see ghost. Yes.
I don't know, man. That's what I think, man. It's like once you see ghosts, once you're attuned to that, once you're on that frequency, you can't leave that frequency, and I don't want to be on that frequency. I'm okay being ignorant. If there's a ghost in my house, I don't want to know about it. He can chill. He's not doing anything wrong. She's not doing anything wrong.
So there's a chance that you're right, but there's also a chance it's like reading books. I have always stopped and started reading depending on my energy level.
You're saying your ghost reads books?
No, reading book. No, I'm saying like
He's saying you can turn it off.
yeah.
Oh.
You can always get lazy. I feel like that's always a human option for any.
Yeah, it's a muscle that you have to exercise. I used to speak French.
So you were able to speak to ghosts. Is what you're saying is the equivalent at one point in your life.
He was able to speak with a witch, with the little French he knew.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit, that's spooky too. If JJ started busting out French in New Orleans when you guys went on the voodoo tour, I would have cried. I know. I would have cried if I was there. I wasn't there, and so if I would have been like, all right, whatever, and then JJ's just like, s'il vous plaît, I'd just be like, what the fuck, JJ's possessed. I'd push you out. Oh my god, it's spooky now.
Would you like some putter?
Sure. Okay, but what other legends do we got?
Well, just to stick on the whistling, because this was one that didn't become a huge factor till I was a teenager, and then it transitions to my grandparents, and then we can go into the dark ones. And that's duendes.
Yeah.
Who?
Duendes.
Duendes.
They're like goblins.
Ooh. I've never heard of Mexican goblins before. Only ones I got were the Fresno Nightcrawlers. So they're just little sheep men that go, wee! That's all they do.
That's kind of, well, not exactly.
Are they Chinese versions?
No, so duendes are like imps.
Oh, okay.
But
Mischievous
they're like,
assholes, if you will.
well, it depends on the kind of duende that you get.
Okay.
You're not supposed to whisper at night, a whistle at night, because then that will bring them to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all they are is imps, and sometimes they do good things, sometimes they do evil things, like
Slash your tires. Eat your brakes.
they're. If you want to get to the eviler side of what they can do before
Hell yeah!
you get into
I need to know the risks assessments before I start whistling.
There's certain things that are. There's certain areas that are special to them, and if you steal something from them, like a rock or something, like people wake up with stab wounds and stuff like that.
Oh fuck! So these guys are real.
Yeah.
Oh shit! They don't play
fuck
no
around.
jokes. I was like, oh, it's like leprechauns. They're fine. They're whimsical. They'll tie your shoelaces together. No,
They are closer to the movie Leprechaun.
Oh shit! Where they're
Yeah.
just
Accurate.
Oh my god! No, I don't want that. That's scary to me.
But like, I mean, I've heard everything from their like little dudes to their gnomes to their devil imps, and how it varies. It becomes whimsical to it becomes like I am scared for my life right now, depending on what story it was.
Yeah, I'm not moving rocks for shit anywhere, man. Can you imagine? I was like, oh, this is a nice, pretty opal. I'm gonna save it for somebody. And
Yeah,
it's
every
just-
time you see one of them little stacks of rocks,
I know that's just white people, but now I'm like, it could be the duende. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. White people got it from somewhere. They can't. They have to culturally appropriate what they're seeing.
See, and they like are white people are totally into ghosts and stuff, so they probably hang out with duendes just to be like, oh, that's my friend.
Leprechauns. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But so on the playful side, like they try to trick you. Like it's kid tricks. Like, oh, you want this gold or something. Like the movie Leprechaun. You want this, and then they'll ask you to do something. Sometimes it'll be silly that you can't do, like do a backflip.
Right.
Sometimes it'll be like cut off your finger.
I would do a backflip for gold. I don't know if I'd cut off my finger for gold.
But you can't.
I can't do a backflip.
I would break my neck trying for some gold. I'll tell you that much.
The other things is like, so my 5th grade teacher has a story where he said that he met a duende. Like he was driving down the road, and that there was a big like bonfire in the middle of the road, and he gets out the car, and because he's like trying to gauge how to get around it, like if there's like, you know how you drive down a dirt road, you're like, can I get to the other side, or am I gonna
without flipping over, right?
And he said that when he got out, like an imp came around the fire and said, hey, do you want like a lot of money? I can give you a lot of money. But he didn't have a normal face. Like it was like a point. He said that his face came to a point like somewhere around the bottom of his chin.
Right.
So he was like just freaked out. Like him and his dad were scared. He was saying he was like 20 at the time, and his dad was like 25.
Okay, now like I'd be like drive through the bonfire and
That's
hit.
what they did.
Oh shit! What if you hit him? What if he's cursed forever? What if like the family comes of the duende and that's it?
It's
Stabs him in the
actually
throat.
probably better to like hit them than it is to take any of their deals or any of.
Oh yeah, I would have just walked away at that. I mean, I would have been scared, but I wouldn't have taken their fucking deal. I would have definitely tried to kill it though. But, but at the same time, I don't like. I would have tried to throw it in the fire. Maybe I don't know if I had that kind of balls. Like I was
It's
talking
his
about.
fire. He's an imp.
Yeah, but it's not magic fire. Fire's fire. I can make a fire and burn in it.
No,
I can make a fire and burn it. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine.
it's
If they can be hit by a car, they can burn alive.
the fire was still burning as the car went through it. It's like it was like a ghost fire. It was the fire of hell, is what he described it as.
That's got to be the coolest fucking story. I drove through the fires of hell one time on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I'd be bragging
He did not
about
say it in a bragging way. He was like scared.
Well, I would totally fight one.
And
Done.
this is why when we were 16, we would punch Alfred in the back of the head when he would whistle in the middle of the night.
You know what? Me and Alfred can go have a good time. He's a big dude. I think we'll hold our own.
I know y'all are gonna get along.
Or not.
No, R.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll fight fucking Wendigos together and duendes and lechuzas.
You got to go to the.
Is there only one
Appalachian.
lechuza or is there multiple?
No, Lechuzas, I guess, are kind of. It's a witch's coven kind of thing.
Oh shit! Oh my god, that's even more terrifying. There's more of them.
Yes.
There's only one Bigfoot. There's multiple lechuzas.
Yeah, there's one in the park.
Like which park?
The one by my apartment.
You fucking serious?
Yeah, I saw it in the morning when I was walking with Jordan.
Are you sure?
Scared the shit out of
It's
me.
just a regular owl though.
Nope. Totally a lechuza.
Why don't you fight it?
Cause I don't want to
Take its blood, JJ. Come on.
It was in a tree. What do you want me to climb it?
Yeah,
Fight it on its turf?
Out of all of us here at the Mexcellence, you're the only one that can climb a tree. Maybe TJ.
I'm not climbing a tree to fight a lechuza. dude.
Fine.
Fear
Why
wants
would
me.
you climb a tree?
To fight the lechuza, I would say. I mean, I'd throw a spear at it.
If you're going to
probably
his home
start.
turf,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd throw a spear. That's what I would do. I can't climb.
where are you gonna get a spear?
I will
can't
fashion
spear
a spear.
That high. I have to get a running start and then like tuck my shoulder in. It's a tackle.
Bow and arrow. Come on, man. You could craft one. I believe in you,
That's a lot of crafting,
bro.
When
We're
you're
gonna go.
just going for a
We're gonna go
walk.
fight the lechuza this Halloween. Tell me where to go. I'm gonna craft a bow and arrow. I'm gonna get some silver, and we're gonna do this shit.
This was literally the story Edward was telling this morning.
About
Because I asked them if they have any Lechuza stories, and then Edward said that they saw an owl at 4 a.m. when they were drunk.
you should be asleep even if you are drunk at 4 a.m. Jesus Christ! Are you sure it wasn't just an owl?
That's what it probably was. But they saw an owl, and Alfred was like, if my whistling finally worked, it's a Lechuza. We need to kill it.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's
And-
like a holy thing. The Lord will protect you.
And Edward was like, no, he's the ultimate cynic. He's like, no, that's an owl. That is an owl.
There's only
Then
one way
it
to
turned
find
into
out.
a hot lady in front of his eyes.
You're like, hello, hot lady.
And then he was like, I have a gun in like the backseat. Well, not the backseat. Their house is connected to it. Like, I have a gun inside their house.
Right.
And he was like, I can go get the gun and shoot the owl, and then Alfred will shut up. But then what if it is a Lechuza, and I have to explain to the cops why there's a dead lady in the backyard?
Oh my gosh, she was a witch, I swear. Cuffs. Shit. I'm out. Okay. Because there's those ones now. Are there any? The only one that bothers me more than that, though, and we had talked about it before, was El Cucuy, which I don't even know what it looks like. Nobody
one
really
does.
knows what it looks like.
No, it's just whatever scares kids.
Because the thing, yeah, that's what I thought. But like, I tried to look up what it was, and people keep saying it's a pumpkin man.
No,
Like
it's
the
just
Headless
whatever
Horseman.
scares kids.
We'll
I've
find.
never heard of that one.
Google's wrong all the time, but I have a vision of what it is. I'll ask you while he's looking that up. JJ, what do you think? What do you in your brain when you thought of El Cucuy? What did you think of right away?
Giant cockroach man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! See, mine was completely different. Mine's like hairy, like scab man.
Yeah, bro.
but, like with
these
like
are
curly
closer
hair.
to what I was imagining.
Oh, looks like an alien type of guy, demon alien
monster things.
Yeah, I thought Scab Man with like hair coming out, like kind of like you have like a hairy scab. That's what I thought that looked like to me.
It's a furbot.
Yeah, that's just cute. That's not cool. And so like yeah, if you're looking at Google, it's like all kind of Dracula-esque type guys.
Oh man, there's a
lizard guy.
roll.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's no uniform other than just. Is that a wrestler that keeps going by that?
Tony Ferguson's nickname is El Cucuy.
Yeah, see, someone call it like a lady. Someone call it just a happy Mexican guy in the middle there. Skelly Bones Man. Yeah, there's like no one uniform thing, and that just freaks me out. What would you think the Cucuy was when you were a kid?
Kind of like a weird way to describe it. I don't know why. It was like a KKK ghost, but it wasn't. I didn't know what the KKK was. I just knew what the scary ghost dudes were in 1940s.
So like proto white, like just classic white ghost, but like racist.
No,
like
I didn't know.
Right. No, but you didn't know racism as a kid, but you knew that like they were malicious in a way that you couldn't understand.
No, not even that. There was like certain horror movies in Mexico that like it was a ghost
had
like,
a hooded figure.
Right. Yeah. Classic ghost.
Yeah, but they weren't like I wasn't the KKKs is the only way that I can describe it because I've never seen one of these movies because obviously if they remade it wouldn't be scary.
Right. It's literally a guy in a sheet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it was black and white and the way that things used to move in old black and white footage
20 frames a second, that jitter.
Yeah.
Ooh. That would freak me out. Like a monster that moves at like 20 frames a second in real life. That would fuck with me so bad.
There's things in the Annabelle universe that move like that. Like the Broken Man moves like that. That's kind of
the Crooked Man.
Crooked Man. That's what it is.
I don't watch those movies because I'm too scared. So
Crooked Man is not CG.
yeah, it's just a dude, right? Like a skinny, and he was in
Just a guy.
I think he's the alien as well, like in the bodysuit for those movies, and then he's in something else. I forgot, but I did.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's just a big spooky man. He's like 6'8" or 6'9" or 6'11" or something like that. And
he's super tall and super slender.
Yeah,
he's literally Slenderman.
Yeah, he's Jewish.
Yeah, he's Slenderman.
All right, and then do we have any more of the ones you want to bring up?
Just real quick, because I don't really find this one scary. I didn't even actually find it scary as a kid, except for like one night where I like kind of scared myself by repeating the story over and over again, which was La Llorona.
Yeah, that's the one that fucking scares me, man. Like to me. Like it's a mixture of like because it's obviously a terrible story if you think about it. Like you talk about the tragedy of like the histories of that's going on, so it's all about a scoundrel man who leaves his wife at the altar or whatever and her kid, and they have family and kids together, and he just leaves her and abandons her or whatever at the altar or just in general for another younger lady. Sometimes some of the stories say, and she gets so fucking mad that she goes to the river and drowns her kids, man. That's one, drowning anybody, like holding someone down till the life leaves their body. That to me is like fucking terrifying of somebody like doing that, where it's like they drowned a person. Drowning is scary in its own right, but someone who's just like, blah, 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 blah. That's how it sounds. Like doing that to your own fucking kids, that is a level of madness that I'd never want to ever experience. And then two, feeling like the ultimate holy biblical remorse for like the Catholic guilt remorse for it. I feel Catholic guilt because my mom raised me that way. I'm not even that good of a Catholic, but I still have that. And so having that be your whole lot in the afterlife, just weeping for your kids and then looking for kids to do the same to because you're fucking confused and sad and a ghost monster.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that, dude. Universal Studios, the Halloween Horror Nights, in the maze that they had, added La Llorona. I can't go to that because I would literally fight all the employees there because I'd be so fucking scared, dude. I'd be terrified. And those poor employees don't deserve me punching them in the chest because I'm a wuss. But that's just me. Are you afraid of her?
No.
Well, you're not a child anymore.
No.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I was scared when I was a kid.
Right.
Like, because they would always... So, I think I mentioned this, like, offhand before, but when I was a kid, our big thing was going to Fort Worth to visit my extended family, to visit Paco.
Right.
And all my other cousins. Well, it's an 8-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually, night would come.
Right.
And Usually when we were pretty close to back home to Eagle Pass, night would fall, or maybe we'd leave like at night and the sun still hadn't come up. And me and my cousins like to sit in the back of my uncle's truck. He had a big pickup truck, and he had the little like caravan camper kind of thing, the
Right.
roof attachment.
Yeah.
So we would just chill back there, and it was kind of like a little clubhouse or whatever. But whenever it was night and we were going over a bridge, the car would stop, and they would pull all of us kids in to the front, so La Llorona wouldn't get us.
Now, did they do that on purpose to scare you?
I don't know.
Or they were like legit thinking
To
you
this
were gonna
day,
get
I don't
kidnapped?
know if it was like those kids won't shut the fuck up.
Right.
Let's just bring them in here.
Right.
Or if it was just like my uncle being like, "Hey, you want to freak out the kids?"
Right, right.
Like I'm bored. I'm
Like,
I kind of need to take a leak. Let's pull over and freak out the kids while we're at it.
I've not been in the position as an uncle to do spooky shit. I feel like that's my next calling now. It's just to start bringing up shit that I'm too old to believe, but then just sell it really well.
But yeah, right now I'm in a nice little gray zone where La Llorona can't get me because I'm not a kid, and I don't have kids of my own. So, fuck her.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing for me was in canon, it's a ghost that haunts the river.
Right.
We have a river in our hometown, so I was like, "Oh, that's the river where La Llorona hangs out." So just don't go there.
There's a boundary. It only goes so far.
She can phase through the boundary. Oh, you're talking about just the proverbial boundary.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. How far? What's her range? What is La Llorona's range from the river?
So as a kid, I actually defined it: the train tracks from the river to the train tracks.
How far is that?
Probably mile, maybe.
Oh shit, that's still a lot of territory. That's a lot of
but
domain.
I lived on the other side of the train tracks.
But still, that's a lot of domain for one
Only
spooky
thing
lady.
that can get me on that side is Lechuza.
Well, I was really scared of the Chupacabra from like 7.
Right.
6, 7.
So your whole
He didn't have a territory.
Did you live in
He went all the way from Puerto Rico to like fucking Colombia, man.
I'm gonna say, did you live in a fucking Scooby Doo ghost town? It's just different monsters in every area.
I wonder if we can divide Eagle Pass into monster zones. I think we can.
Because
What would haunt the EPJ area? That's the only thing. It's like that area is too nice. Now
right.
that I live in Austin,
Just like a traditional ghost.
it's probably some dead kid, an indigenous ghost kid.
no,
They
it's
probably-
a fancy ghost. It's a fancy Spaniard ghost. It's
Now,
like
I
home.
think those are downtown because there's all them old houses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
That's-
have in California we have a lot of Indian ghosts from all the Catholic villainy. So it's like, oh yeah, that's totally haunted by a Native American kid.
Oh, there's that house a la vuelta.
Yes.
What's that? you both said that with such conviction. What is that?
So there's a house on the corner. You will see it when we go to Eagle Pass. We just
Yeah,
have
no,
to
I
pass
won't.
it.
No, I fucking won't. I'm not
You
going
have to pass it. Like at some point, the train blocks the way, so you take the overpass and you pass the house.
Oh, so if I go to the other way, I'm in La Llorona territory. So you're gonna take me safe. Gotcha. You guys are okay. You guys keep me safe. Okay.
so
Yeah, there's a cliff on it too, so like you're fine. La Llorona can't climb.
I don't know if that's canon.
I mean, she's a water demon, so she can swim, but I don't think she can climb.
Water demon. I don't know why putting it that way. So there, go ahead.
So to take a step back, so the reason a lot of people see a lot of shit. Like Izzy actually says he was dragged one night by a shadow person staying in that area. Like was in a sleeping bag and then something dragged him. Renee has a story where they were having a stinky boy party, like you called it.
Yeah.
And so all the boys were there, and he was like he woke up at the devil's hour, 3 a.m. He just like remembers it because it's like my grandma always says, never wake up at 3. Like that's the bad time to wake up. That's
shit.
when the barriers of our worlds are too close. And so he remembers waking up and then looking at one corner, and it was like, oh, it's my grandma, but it was like a black outline, and then it was like unsettling. And then he was like, there's something really weird there. And then the door opens and it's his grandma and the figure disappears.
Fuck that. If I do say so myself. Ew.
But in general, what I've always heard from that area is it's shadow people. I don't know exactly what that means, but that's what everybody sees. And that's universal, that shadow people, there are different.
Dude, you live in a Scooby Doo ghost town. I don't know how you guys made it out alive. I mean, we have, once again, the Fresno night crawlers that are just kids in sheets just walking like fucking idiots. You're talking about we have a river, so La Llorona, Lechuza territory, fucking shadow people territory.
There's duendes up north in the the ranch regions.
The Chupacabra's out there, God knows where. He's like the goddamn witch out of Left 4 Dead, just shows up. Oh shit! Oh, I hear the Chupacabra. Fucking go! Oh my god, dude! No, fuck that noise.
But the idea behind a lot of the hauntings, or that what I've heard for the explanation from, because they've hired people to come and bless the house, is it's people that were executed, because they used to do executions in that area on the,
like police or prison executions, or like lynching executions.
A mixture of both.
Ooh.
So it is mostly like you were found guilty, but back then you might not have actually been guilty.
Right.
But also there was a lot of stories of like during the revolution, like the Mexican Revolution, people were on both sides of the war, and that people were being lynched for that.
Yeah. Ugh. So I'm never going to your city. I am too scared now. I fright very easily, and I don't fuck with ghosts because are we getting to the real ones now, or do you have any other fantasy ones that live only in Eagle Pass, Texas?
No, I thought that was kind of the transition to it.
Sort of to his point, how like modern stuff isn't scary.
Mm-hmm.
The most recent like Eagle Pass urban legend that I remember hearing is that at the park there's tunnels that lead to Mexico. That's
just the cartel doing cartel things.
Yeah, that's totally
There's
plausible.
no supernatural element to it. There's nothing spooky about it. I mean, just don't fuck with the ammo crates at the at Fort Duncan, and you're fine.
Fuck that noise, man.
There is stories about no, they haven't said anything in a while. We've had the same 9 viewers. They just haven't said anything. There is tunnels on that side, with the haunted side, but it's because the houses were nicer and they were built during the late 1800s, and they needed escape routes.
Right. Any Indian burial grounds over there?
Sure.
That's spooky. Because at least in California, you know where they're at, because that's where the missions are. Like, that's the one thing. You talk about California history, you learn about the missions and how they're so great, and then you kind of gloss over the fact, and here are where the Indians are buried. And you're like, oh, that's sad that they died of natural causes. Then you realize that they did not convert. And so now there's 13 of them or something like that, up and down the California, the 101, or I think it's the 101, Camino Real. And they're all fucking haunted for reals. Like, every time I go to one now and I kind of just feel the vibes, I'm like, yeah, there was a lot of murder here. There's a lot of bad juju in these places. Like there's like a Catholic church there, so I'm like, okay, Catholicism will save me. But then I'm like, oh no, it didn't save them. And if I'm not Catholic, I'm gonna be them. And so it's pretty bad.
Well, when you say, is there like an Indian burial ground, the only reason I say I don't know is because Indians used to live under the bridge. Like the Indians got pushed to the Eagle Pass area. They used to live under the bridge, and now they have a reservation and a casino.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's why you have the casino. Oh,
Yeah.
So
I used to work there.
right. Is now I wonder if the reservation's haunted.
Well,
There's multiple.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there's multiple hauntings. I was like, wait, what? But you meant multiple reservations.
Yeah, they have one in Oklahoma. The same tribe also has a reservation in Oklahoma and one in the Mexico side.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So
yeah, that's about it.
Scooby Doo Ghost Town. That's all. No, like, you literally got. It looks like you guys.
Oh, the
can make a
casino's fucking haunted.
What?
Speaking of which,
now you're
yeah,
just wrestling my jimmies. All right?
No. You just reminded me.
Oh my god. I was just fucking
all right,
kidding.
Little known fact: a lot of people fucking die at the casino.
Are you giving away trade secrets here? Are you going to be murdered for this?
Nah, this is common knowledge. Read the obituaries.
Are they just like partying too much cocaine? Or
No, who frequents casinos?
elderly?
Right.
Oh.
So yeah, it's just their time. Like,
That's awful.
yeah, they'll be.
They were
times-
happy, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I would.
I know at least one of them went out like up because to sort of shift gears to make this a little to lighten up the mood
a little bit.
a little bit. Right. So I worked at the casino, and I worked at the cage, which is where all the money's counted. Basically, if you won a huge jackpot, or if you worked at the casino and you needed a cash box,
Right.
you went through me.
Right. Damn, why'd you say it like that? You went through me, motherfucker.
Because I was a banker.
I was the lord of
I
all.
was literally in charge of the bank. You had to go through me. So there was one time when I was working graveyard shift when, yeah, of course it had to be graveyard shift. When spooky. When the floor attendants, they're the people that actually like come up to you if you win a big jackpot, and they're like, "Hey, how do you want this like paid out?" Blah blah blah, and then
Right.
they come to us. So one of them came by, and I guess it was like their first rodeo where something like this happened, and they were like, "Yeah." So an ambulance came and took this lady, and we printed out her like winnings, her cash ticket.
Uh-huh.
We don't know how things are gonna shake out for her, so we don't know what to do with this.
Uh-huh.
Here you go.
To who?
To me, to like
you.
the cage, because it's technically money, even though it's not like actual legal tender. I
Right.
can't go to like Walmart and pay for that.
Right.
It's money.
Uh-huh.
It represents money, so they're like,
Money,
You have
money.
to hold on to it. Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, Betty,
And who's Betty?
my supervisor.
Okay.
Like, what's the deal here? Like, I can't count this.
Right.
Like, I can't add it to my bank or anything because it's not actual cash. And she's like, no, just like leave it there. Like, make a note of it. If the lady comes back, we can give it to her.
Right.
If she doesn't,
Yeah.
So I think a day or two passes, and one of my other supervisors was on vacation. He comes back, and everyone just kind of forgot about the ticket.
Right.
But we did hear that unfortunately the lady died. She didn't
Okay.
make it. So
Terrible.
now now there's just like a random ticket like stuck on our wall, and our supervisor who's coming back is like, "What the fu-" and he pulls the ticket out. Why is this ticket here? Like what?
Yeah, just loose
What's
ticket.
this
Right.
doing here?
Right.
And then I just hear from like across the bank, Betty yell out, "Es del muerto!" It's the dead guys.
How much? Do you know how much was on the ticket?
It was $1,000. It was
Oh shit! Oh, what? Yeah, what happens? Does it go to the state? Does it go to the bank? House?
It's voided. It belongs to the casino now.
Voided. Damn, dude.
Dude, that's kind of funny that you all were like weirded out, and I would have just like shoved it in her dead pocket.
We can't leave the cage. That's why it's called a cage.
No,
It
he's
was
talking about the attendants. Or
the
something.
attendants were the ones that were like, whoa.
Yeah. You go, eject, fold, place. Because that would have paid for at least
Just like thrown it to the to the paramedic. Here, this is hers.
No, I mean that would have paid for the funeral a little bit. That would have bought some pamphlets.
Would have bought half the coffin. Like
Would've-
that's
yeah,
not.
you would've bought a pamphlet, the printouts for the thing. It's like they died at this time. Here you go. Here are the list of pallbearers.
So yeah, that's just one of many. And supposedly in certain sections of the casino, you can still see some of them ghosts like gambling.
Oh, fuck that, dude. No. Okay, people dying in public places, that makes sense to me, especially the elderly. But the fact that they're just like, huh? Oh, I'm a ghost now. Guess I'm going to go gamble.
You light your cigarette and you like And then as you exhale, you just see a hand come through the
Right.
smoke. And like,
Oh no! These are all great short stories, by the way. Well, can I tell? Okay, are we done the real?
one quick short story. Because this came from the chat.
Oh,
Key
perfect.
is saying apparently he slept in a haunted crib because his parents bought the baby crib from Amityville Horror in a yard sale.
What? You mean the Amityville house?
It's I don't know. He said Amityville Horror. I don't know. I mean, the movie was filmed in the house.
Well, no, but the Amityville house was like where all those murders happened, if I remember right.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
so
Ryan Reynolds goes crazy and he kills.
Oh, is that what happened? Ryan Reynolds in those movies?
In the remake, yeah.
Oh shit. Well, first of all, why? There's no great
It's
value.
a yard sale.
You don't get value
Hey,
from
man,
a spooky
cheap
house. Nah,
Bro,
man.
do you know how much Pampers cost?
dude? Like, I don't know if it was like a haunted.
If I can save some money on
Actually,
a crib,
I-
I'm gonna do it.
if it
I was about to
Demons
say
be
I've seen
damned.
plenty of movies
Literally.
where the white mom is like, "Oh, I want like a cool old crib that looks."
I've met his mom. I don't think she's that style.
And a
She
priest
wants-
comes by, is like, "Yep, it's haunted."
That's super. I like that it's haunted because it rocks itself. No, man, I'd get like
it has its own ghost baby you can play with.
here's your little brother. He's a ghost.
Oh man, if I have a kid and it starts like having imaginary friends, I'm gonna be like, "You stop that shit right now."
Enough is too much. He's dead.
Here's a
ghost.
Nintendo. That's your friend now. You talk to Nintendo.
I've seen those TikTtoks. The baby being like, "I was playing with my friend," and then the shadow goes through the background.
Yeah, you're about to get me on that TikTok, and fuck you. Because up until this episode, I didn't know that 3 o'clock was the witching hour, and I clearly stay up till 3 o'clock on TikTok. So if some fucking spooky haunted video comes up at 3 o'clock, I'm done. I quit. I'll quit TikTok if I get haunted from one of those things where it's like, if you see this, you'll die in 18 days.
Oh, there's.
I'll believe it.
There's TikToks on there where they because they. So the person that was saying that like you need to do all this other stuff to see a demon, they said if the demon is powerful enough, you can see it with like a normal camera or your normal eyes and stuff
Right.
like that. So there are TikToks out there that claim this is a demon and like they show the images of it, and I've seen them. I say claim because I'm not like I'm not a photo expert that can say this is real, this isn't real kind
Right.
of stuff. That being said, when you read the comment section, they're like, "I take no evil, I take nothing from
Oh
this."
yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've seen some. I do not claim this evil in the name of Jesus, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, should I be writing that for the Mexcellence shit? No, so can I tell my spooky story of why I don't fuck with them?
Yeah, go for
With
it.
spirits, because my grandma and my mom's side, they fuck with spirits. My dad's side, they don't really fuck with spirits. They fuck with Holy Ghost and like things like that, the good ones, and then the other ones get visited by the real ones. And my grandma, Julie, had a haunted house. The house was haunted, and I remember this. And once again, I'm not into ghosts. I'm not really into this thing. But she has 2 examples in that house. One example was here. No, sorry, it's a separate house. Another house that was haunted that she dealt with, and then her house. The first story she told me was about the house that she dealt with. I think the father died, or whatever, and someone died, and so the room was alone with the widow, and someone, was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have family over. You can sleep in this bed here." And the room, according to the guests, got really fucking cold, like just started ice, like freezing fucking cold. This was before air conditioning. This is the late 80s. Really cold, and she was like freaking out, and they go, "Okay, whatever, I'll sleep it off till the morning." They slept it off till the morning. And then they asked my grandma, like, "Hey," or the priest, whatever, "can you come check this shit out?" And, okay. And so my grandma goes, whatever, and she sees on the windowsill like a pile of sand. And then the priest goes, "Hold on, don't touch it. Nobody touch it." And he got some newspaper and he sifted up the sand and he went out back and he lit it on fire. And that shit just started sparking, like just crackly shit. Like there was a spooky demon possession thing there, gateway to hell. I don't know what the fuck it was. That was the one thing that was real to her. The second one, I was actually there for this, but I never stepped in that fucking house ever again because it was truly haunted. So there's a bunch of other little things, doors opening, closing, there's standard stuff at my grandma's old house. But the one that I was there for was we were having a fucking party, like a bunch of fucking people outside on the front. There's a picture of me on Instagram somewhere where I'm on like a stoop. It's like a brick stoop, and it's like 4 or 5 steps high, and I'm just sitting there eating my food, chilling, having a good time. And all of a sudden, you hear the sound of every cabinet's worth of dishes and cups shatter onto the ground. All like just everyone here. Everyone's like, "What the fuck was that?" Mm-hmm. So they go to check in to see if like a fucking cabinet exploded or fell apart or something. Nothing. I heard it. Everyone else heard it. I can call my cousin Shadana right now. She was the same age as me, roughly in the same area. She was there. I'd be like, "Hey, remember when Grandma's house was haunted?" She'd be like, "Oh yeah, that fucking when the dishes fell." Yeah. Everyone saw it, and nobody could explain it. And people were going in and out like, "What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?" Kind of like half panicking, half trying to keep us calm because the kids were freaking out. Once that got around, and once that happened to me once, I'm like, "Yep, fuck demons. I accept the Lord or whatever. Whatever's gonna protect me, because fuck that. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to talk to them. No." If you can make noises happen that are like audible where it was loud enough for everybody to hear and not fuck with anything, no, done. Too spooky. Don't want to deal with it. And then that house, that house still up. I don't know why they haven't torn it down yet, but it still exists.
I mean, it doesn't go away if you tear it down.
Yeah, but then it becomes just like
Then you just unleash it.
Well, that's fine. That's like
then it has no territory like the Chupacabra.
Oh, but Llorona has the territory. Well, that's what I'm saying. But you can like outrun. Like, it becomes the whole town, right? It's just left to wander. But like, see, that's what I was gonna say is like ghosts in a house. That's more intimidating than a whole river, La Llorona. Depends on how fast she moves, though. Because if she can just like zoom,
I mean, I'm pretty sure the entire river's her domain. So long as you're there, she can probably teleport.
But is she doing like an instant transmission Goku thing? Because you have to. The legend always is you can hear the cries before you can see her. So does she have to get within range and then be like?
If you hear the cries, it's already too late.
Oh shit! Never mind. So she's already instant transmission.
According to the video that I saw, if it was real, I mean, even if it's fan fiction, it's still probably a good depiction. Is that she just keeps appearing in front of you, Goku teleporting style?
Fuck that! Like the Weeping Angels and Doctor Who, where they just like turn around and then it's like they're right in your face and your grill.
I missed that episode of Doctor Who.
What? I don't even watch Doctor Who.
If you stare at them, they can't move.
Okay.
But if you look away, they will like yeet themselves in front of you
they move super fast.
They'll make a super scary face at you. I haven't even seen the episode. I've seen the clip. Terrified the fuck out of me. Super scary concept.
I've legit heard that. I just didn't get into Doctor Who.
Yeah, and then all
it was an
things.
SCP creature.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then Doctor Who stole it.
Yeah.
Stephen Moffat's trash. But
sure. And then all the things from Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask also just spook me generally. They're just that's just those things scare the fuck out of me. The things that are supposed to be scary in those games. So that's what keeps me up at night. Other than that, I'm fine. I don't fuck with spirits. Chupacabras and Wendigos, I'll fight them. Lechuzas, bring it on. But ghosts, I can't fight a ghost. I can't fight La Llorona.
See, here's my logic.
Right.
What's the worst thing a ghost can do?
Kill me. Will corrupt your soul or like go in your body. Or
possess you.
That's the word.
Right.
Possess you.
Ultimately, the worst thing it can do is kill me.
Right.
Then I'll be a ghost. Then we're fighting on equal territory, motherfucker. Yeah, I will suplex the shit out of a ghost.
You don't get super. Well, do you get superpowers if you become a ghost?
I mean, probably he's not. That's normal powers for a human, so he just wants to be able to do it.
But he can't suplex me or you.
Right. But
in a fight.
Now I'll have all ghost powers.
Yeah, but they'll also have ghost powers.
I'll have amplified ghost powers.
No, but they've been a ghost longer. So are you gonna use your fresh new ghost body to fight a classic old timey ghost?
Yes. Well, he's gonna fight me like this. Like what? We've evolved past that.
You're gonna kick him in the
I know,
ghost
like
droid?
Muay Thai and shit. I'll use Krav Maga against him. He ain't got shit.
JJ's gonna Wing Chun a fucking ghost.
You actually went backwards, but that's fine.
I know. I'm just Wing Chun is a funny word to say. Shout out to Master Wong.
My real story, apart from the casino, is my grandma
is a ghost.
No. Well, one of them probably is because she's no longer with us. But my grandma, that's still alive, was in an exorcism. She wasn't the one that was exorcised.
Oh, she was just there watching.
She helped.
Oh,
the priest needed backup. Jesus and the priest were not enough.
Damn. Mexican grandmother, get in here.
Well, I don't think she was she might have been. I don't know what year this was. Like every time I ask my dad, he never places it. But it's been corroborated by like all my uncles, even the ones that married into the family.
Oh shit.
That like knew my aunts, grew up together with them. They knew that like, no, yeah, Doña Maria was in an exorcism. She helped exorcise the demons out of this one girl in our town.
Is Eagle Pass or
this was in Piedras.
Okay.
This was in the Mexican
Across the river.
The other side, yeah.
Where you have to
The other part of
Llorona territory.
I'm gonna say the other side of the spooky Scooby Doo ghost town. Fuck.
But yeah, she was, and then I don't remember who, but one of us, like either me, my brother, or Paco, one of our cousins, just flat out asked her, and she's like, "Yeah, I did it. I fought the devil."
So what did she do? Did she recount anything beyond that, or just admitted to being a part of it?
She admitted to being a part of it, and then we asked her like, "Well, how was it?" And she was really like focused on the girl that they were exorcising the demon from. She
Right.
was like, it was terrible. Like she described pretty much everything that you see in every like possession movie, where like her body was contorting in all these weird different ways.
Damn.
And like she had the strength of 10 gorillas because it took everyone to like hold her down.
Shit, dude.
And yeah, like in terms of like what she did like to actually help combat it, she said that all they really did was kind of like form a prayer circle, and they recited some prayers in Latin to
Shit, old school.
to get rid of it, and eventually it worked. But yeah, she didn't go into like super deep detail.
Damn.
But I think she did say the prayer, which scared the shit out of me.
Oh no, why is your voice deeper, Grandma?
I was about to say, like, at best I could do is like quote Boondock Saints.
Yeah. En nombre del Padre et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. But God damn it, what was it? Yeah, and that was another thing that my dad would always tell us, like when we were growing up, was always listen to your grandma, because she fought the devil and won.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the exorcism was successful. I wonder where that little girl is now.
I don't know.
Shit, dude.
That little girl grew up to be Michelle Obama.
Yes, because Michelle Obama's from Piedras, Mexico. Right.
Oh, Tony Romo then.
And only slightly younger than my grandma.
This little girl, she was 25. So imagine, I know they have like a bunch of exorcist movies after the fact, but like about Linda Blair, but like what, like a real exorcism, being like, oh yeah, the devil was inside of me when I was 8 years old, and then fucking got out of me, and now I'm just gonna live a normal life. Like, what happens after, right? To the person, do they get superpowers? Do they?
I don't know about the person, but my grandma is now like certified to bless houses.
Oh, that's cool. So she somehow ranked up to holy skills.
She got a bless skill.
Yeah.
Right.
No, because one of my aunts bought a house that ended up being haunted.
Jesus Christ.
And her like, well, we kind of want to get a priest to like come over here and bless the house, and my grandma's like, I'll do it.
Okay, Marcos, you've had this theory that goes in my head about treating life as if it were like an RPG where you like level up skill sets and grind for XP and stuff like that. I didn't know that holy skills was a thing I could grind up to, because it's not my class. I'm not a healer. I'm not a paladin.
You can change the one at any point.
Yeah, no, I've had sex before. I can't be Catholic, right? No, but I could be like a deacon at best if I have a wife or whatever. I've had sex, so like there's
literally
rules.
the people from The Conjuring have sex.
But they're not Catholic ones. They're different ones.
You don't have to go through the Catholic skill tree. Just go through like the other ones.
The Protestant skill. No, I've already done my catechism, first communion. I've already put the XP point time in there. I don't have to branch a new one.
You can re-roll your stats.
No,
Wait, you're Catholic. You can repent.
Well, see, because if you go down the Muslim branch, you can't go back. See, that's a lockout, or else
they can repent too. It's just
they can repent, but they can't leave. That's the rule for Muslim, if I'm not mistaken. Then once you're Muslim, you can't leave.
I'm pretty sure they all frown upon you leaving, but
but it's like a super against it. Like you can get excommunicated from the church. You could be like, get the fuck out of here if you do some unholy shit. Like,
yeah.
But like, I don't think Muslims have that in their clauses. I'm not sure. I need to do more research, but. I'm just saying, I've already done the Catholic skill tree. I'm already a good chunk in there. I just want to be able to throw holy water on people. Like, yeah, I want to bless a house. That sounds like something I'd want to do. That's a skill set
Step
I want to
one,
live up.
fight a level 3 demon.
Well, that's why I'm going to try to kill Lechuza. If I kill Lechuza, I've got to have some holy power.
Lechuza is like a level 9
They
demon.
made a deal. I'll skip the level. I'll do like the level boss battle way ahead of my skill set and just roll. Just roll
before you run
everywhere.
Padawan.
No, I'll just roll
Someone
everywhere.
needs a Dark Souls introduction.
I've played Dark Souls and I just roll. That's the whole rolling part. I'll get some crosses. I'll get one of those toolkits, the vampire toolkits. I know it's not the same. There's got to be some useful things in there though. Some potions.
Well, never mind. That's a different skill tree to learn about brujeria.
Yeah.
That's like another diversion.
No,
one.
but to be a curandera.
Yeah, no. See, and I have no XP in that log at all. I've just none. I'm barely a Catholic. Like I'm a little bit on the Catholic tree, but not even that far.
What's the thing? Are you confirmed?
No.
Oh.
You get confirmed when you get married. That's when you have your confirmation.
No, you can get confirmed. I'm confirmed right now.
Yeah, you can, but that's usually I'm a last minute type of guy. I do it right before I get married. That's what all my other family did. I'm like,
Dude, that's a lot of classes to take right before.
We've all done it. At least all the ones that got married anyway. All did it right before. You can do them online probably. It's fine.
Yeah, this is why you're not going to be a great paladin.
I don't need to be a great paladin. I just want to be able to throw holy water on things and have it be cool and not sacrilegious.
I think you just described the paladin.
Can I bless the Eucharists in the wine?
That's actually probably harder than blessing a house.
Damn it. Okay. Because I want to be like the Moyle from Robin Hood Men in Tights, where it's just Mel Brooks, who's just blessing the squirrels in the trees.
The Jewish skill tree is the hardest of the 3 skill trees.
It seems like the religious skill trees. Is there any other? I guess there's the variant ones like the Spaghetti Monster people and the Church of Satan, and Mormon is a sect of Christianity. I guess
the Church of Satan is probably the easiest because it's just like read a couple books. But the hardest would probably be.
Judaism, you have to be born into it, right? Or technically?
You can become a Jew, because I talked to a Jewish Pharisee about it, but it's a long process. And for one, you need to learn Hebrew to start the process.
Do the Jewish have demons? I know they have golems, but I don't know if they have any spooky demons like Catholics
All
do.
those, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism are the same thing, so they have the same kind of religious things. Actually, when you go into Judaism, they talk about Yiwa, or the name of the god, or whatever.
Yahweh?
Yahweh.
There you go.
He is just one of many gods. He's
What?
the god that we worship.
I don't know. I'm not good at Judaism. It's the least of my knowledge, I think.
It's a very like.
So there's like different. So you hit the end of that branch, and then it unlocks a new series of branches. You can learn about other dimensions gods. That's neat.
When there's stories in the Old Testament, like other tribes that David killed, and it's like, well, they just worshipped a different god. It never says the god didn't exist. It's like stories like that.
Oh shit! I think I might need to become the god of war if I'll just start killing off other gods.
The Christian god is the god of war. It kind of is how it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Greco-Roman holy. I don't know how I'm gonna get holy in that realm, but I'm gonna try it. Like I want to fight Zeus, is what I'm saying. I want Zeus powers.
That's a very
Lightning?
Yeah, lightning and transmogrification. You can transform yourself through Zeus. I'm just saying, I want an easier way to get holy stats. That's all. That's all.
So this sounds like how brujos and brujerias are made. When I want the easy way to do the cool thing. Because you literally just said, I want to transmogrify. It's like, cool, you'll turn into an owl.
No! No! That's why I don't go into this realm, Marcos, because I would be corrupted immediately. Immediately corrupted by the dark forces. Jedis and shit like that. I couldn't be a Jedi. I'd be like, dark side gives you lightning? Hell yeah. That's what I would do.
Outside of what we're given, and I know the Empire is evil and does bad things, kind of, but the Sith make more sense than the Jedi. The Jedi are like feel nothing, which is almost impossible, so one always gets corrupted at some point. It's like Buddhism, but like Buddhism is like when you fuck up Buddhism, it's like, oh, just get up and try again. When you fail space Buddhism.
You're going to say Judaism, but
yeah.
Or Jediism, but it sounds close to Judaism.
Then you turn evil and turn black and red.
No, there's some gray areas. Like apparently you can still get married as a Jedi or whatever. You just can't let it distract you from whatever. So like it's not clear, but point being, it would even take less than that. It wouldn't even be love. It would just be like, I want cool powers. I want force lightning. I want force choke from a mile away. I want all that shit. So fuck all that other Jedi stuff and reading books and being a part of a council. I don't want any of that. I want a guy to show me the way. I kill him, and then I raise another guy, and then he kills me when the time is right. The end.
You had any more stories?
No. I keep away from spooky stuff, man. I don't fuck with it. There was that one time I thought my brother was haunted. That was kind of scary. It's a very non-starter story. It's very brief, but it was terrifying. It's something I remember to this day. I'm like 5 years old, maybe 7. I think maybe 7 because I used to have a top bunk with my brother. And we used to have bunk beds in the room that was open. He had no fucking doors, no privacy. It was awful. And I didn't either, apparently. My sister had her own room. And then when my brother got old enough, they got rid of the bunk bed, gave him a futon bed, and I was in with my sister. So he's laying there in his new futon. And it's middle of the night, probably the witching hour. And I look, whatever, I'm rubbing my eyes. I have to go pee. I rub my eyes and whatever. And I look over to my brother. And it's hard to describe, and I'll make a really spooky face. But he was sleeping like this, like just laying down. But then when I looked over, his face, it was his face, but it was kind of like a green hologram outlook, like almost like a Ghostbusters ghost. You know, that green outline effect. And he was making the most terrifying fucking like contorted face at me. And I looked away and I looked back and he was gone. And I thought it was him messing with me, like he woke up to scare me to make the face, but it didn't explain the orange glow. Or the green glow, I'm sorry. And then I went to pee, and I came back, and I stared his ass down to see if he was awake. He was knocked out. And I went to bed, and that was it.
I had a friend in Alaska tell me this story.
Really?
That story of that kind of thing, of like a green face in front of them, like kind of pulsating, and then it asked them a question. The person woke up, and he told me that it was an alien. And I was like, a green translucent thing like that, that sounds like a ghost. Like that sounds like...
if I could describe the glow, if you want to make it alien, it was like the Northern Lights type of glow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, I was like, that sounds like a ghost. And he was like, I know it sounds like a ghost, but it was a thinking thing, and I could feel it was from another world. I can't tell you how I know it was from another world because I was barely awake, but it was an alien that talked to me. And I was like... Okay, whatever, dude. But that's the same exact story.
But other than instead of talking to him, it was looking at me.
Yes.
Fuck that shit. I'll take aliens. Aliens are more plausible.
That would be worse.
I'll take aliens. If
aliens freak me out more than ghosts.
And a species. Okay, so humans, Native Americans, and when the people that were better at getting from one place to the other showed up, they obviously had better technology and wiped the other people out.
Right.
So if an alien can get across the galaxy and be here, they'd obviously have better technology and wipe us out.
Yeah, but we have nothing of value. It's like, well, so they'd wipe us out and it'd probably be painless, and that'd be fine. But what do we have?
Columbus was not painless. Christopher Columbus Day this Monday, not great.
But I know we're off topic, but like, what would aliens possibly want from us? Because they're not going to have the same
resources.
They're not going to want the same things as us.
Water.
They have enough resources to fucking fly across the galaxy, and the water wouldn't be enough to fucking power their shit. They wouldn't need the water from us if they're able to traverse
right. But
millennia.
we're thinking with our primitive monkey brain. We have something that we do not even realize, but they do.
So if
And
what if
they
it was
want it.
ghosts? What if we had
Ghosts, we know how to fight them.
No, but I'm saying, what if the
My
aliens...
grandma literally kicked the devil's ass.
No.
Were you not paying attention?
No, JJ, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that the aliens want the ghosts because the ghosts are the source of their power. Because we keep making ghosts. I mean, fucking half Eagle Pass is a ghost town. What
I
if
did
the
see an
aliens?
alien once.
What if what?
What?
That's another episode. I'm just saying, what if the aliens want the specter energy that we create with all of our dead? That's an idea. $1 million idea.
But
Yeah, at
humans,
least a sci-fi movie.
Huh? At least. At least.
humans don't need to be the only. I have a friend that says they saw a ghost dog too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We create ghosts all the time. What if aliens just want to absorb that sweet, sweet ecto goo and fuel their shit? What if ghost powers is how they fuel their shit? And we can't harness it. We can't harness ghosts yet.
No, we have to become the ghost, and then we'll have mighty suplexes.
Right. Right. Because like if a ghost can knock down things, what other things can they generate force and energy with? Spooky.
JJ, what was your alien story?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
When
This will be the last story.
Okay.
no, it was just when I didn't actually see the alien like in front of me.
Yeah.
But we did see something land. Me and my friend Frank. He was dropping me off. I think I don't remember if we were hanging out at Alfred's or Edwards, but we were out like hanging out with the rest of the gang. Mm-hmm. And
The Scooby Doo gang.
right, yeah, solving mysteries and
Solid
whatnot.
mysteries, Eagle
We
Pass.
solved not one.
And on the way to my house, there's a stop like in front of the school district building.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were at that stop sign, we just saw like it looked like a shooting star, and then it turned, and then it was like directly above the school district building, you know, from our point of view.
Right.
For a little bit, and then it just shot down.
Okay, that's totally an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cause that's the one thing about alien UFOs or whatever is that they move with impunity. They just done, like
Yeah.
no gas, no brakes, no nothing, just go. Is this Eagle Pass?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I ever go there ever again? You guys are here. I don't need to make friends over there. They can come to fucking Austin. I don't care. They leave the ghosts behind. Austin's not particularly haunted, I don't think.
Yeah, ghosts don't come to cities.
Exactly. What?
Oh no, ghosts do, not aliens. Sorry.
Oh. Wait. Does Austin have any ghosts?
Yes,
Yeah, several, I'm sure.
Well, Tommy said there was a haunted house near the comedy show we went to this weekend.
I'm sure.
Guys, I think
I mean,
found
New Orleans is obviously haunted, and
Well,
that
yeah,
is a
because
city.
they had like voodoo hoodoo stuff going on there. That makes sense because they messed with it, and now their whole city is haunted. You don't mess with this stuff. Leave it alone, everybody. Don't call out. I mean, unless you're planning on fucking killing them, like I am. Don't call them out. Don't ask for the Lechuzas. Don't ask for the Duendes. Don't ask for La Llorona, because they will come. And unless you're ready to kill a spirit animal, then just don't do it. And that's my say. I, however, I'm going to fight a Lechuza at your park.
All right.
Halloween, it's happening.
Well, you heard Sam say leave that stuff alone. Well, don't leave us alone.
That
my
was
name-
awful. I want you to know. See, even your microphone's like, don't say it. Don't even say the line.
My name is Marco. Thanks for coming here. Be here next Tuesday. We'll do a football podcast, and I think Thursday we'll do our top 5 horror movies on the Sync Countdown.
Yes, I won't be here. I'll be in Smoky, California. I was going to say sunny, but it's probably Smoky, California. I'm taking the week off for a bunch of events. I'm going to get murdered at the Raider game, and then I'm going to
We're
go.
gonna be in the Smoky Mountains.
Are they on fire too?
No, I don't know. I always imagine Smoky Mountain is just a thing.
It's Rocky Mountain. Thank you very much.
No,
and
there's a Smoky Mountain territory.
Oh, it's the Appalachians. Fuck.
Yeah.
oh shit, are there ghosts there too? What if it's all ghosts?
That's where the Wendigo is.
Fuck, let's. We're gonna go fight the Wendigo later, but yes, I'll be traveling around. If you're in Denver, I might have a rent-a-car. I haven't decided yet, but if you're in Denver, you can come holla, say hi to me. I literally don't know anybody. You can find me at the Mexcellence on all forms of social media. You can find us there, and be sure to follow everything while we're doing it. Our TikTok is taking off. Our YouTube is great. Both channels are highlights. Our main channel that you're probably going to watch a lot of this stuff on, and the archive is doing well as well. If you want to watch the full show, and then you have the audio. Once again, audio on Anchor. That's anchor.fm/themexcellence, TheMexcellence. Find me and we. JJ, where can they find you?
You can find me at SuperSaiyanJJ, all one word, on pretty much all forms of social media. Marco, where can they find you?
Just type JLMarco62 into anything, and then
It's time.
good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh my God.